Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Now we're on the way. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Tries to play it through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Yamal. That's a good ball out wide. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Rafael Leao. Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Rafael Leao. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that's gone loose. It's a searching pass. Oh, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Portugal gifted a massive chance. This for 1-0. That has drawn gasps of disbelief.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's and the shot! Goal! Portugal! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Ruben Dias cuts it out, and shifted it to the flank, engages and forces him off the ball. And he is going into that little black book. Spain are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. That is good strength. That's good defending, very good defending. Cucurella. That's where it came from. Knocks it into space. Howson gets across to intercept that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rodri. And it's Pedri. Looking to play him in. Ruben Neves. Rafael Leao. Portugal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Ferran Torres. And he's managed to get free. He's in a great position here. Bruno Fernandes looking to add to his goal. 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, that's fabulous. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to return it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. No, he's not getting his way this time. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Ball is over the line. And it's Pedri. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a pretty loose pass. Goes for the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's gone looking for safety. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Can he get it through? Gonzalo Ramos. Well, that looks a decent ball. Cross from Ferran Torres. João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. That's going wide left. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, well played. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Not the most accurate pass. Bruno Fernandes. Well timed, excellent interception. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Portugal just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Portugal can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So straight into the second half. And the shot! And that's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Big chance! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the...
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Se recuerda a nuestros espectadores que cualquier persona que presente evidentes signos de embriaguez
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Ronaldo picks it up. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. England already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Bellingham. Bellingham making good progress. Lewis Skelly scooting forward. Good read, needed to be. Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through.
Such good technique.
That's good play. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that is a nice touch. And the finish! And he has kicked it out somehow.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Kane! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
That's a little off target. Kane, good take and big chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
And it's Cancelo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, that pass isn't the best. Bruno Fernandes. So much. Can he finish? Goal! Portugal! And we have liftoff. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Rafael Leao. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Saka. Nicely weighted ball. He's through here. Oh, that's well spotted. Saka is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now that's well seen too. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gordon getting forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Ruben Diaz promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's straight offside. Rafael Leao. That's been cut out, well played. Saka. He is through here. Saka stood his ground strongly. Impressive jump. Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
João Cancelo. And it's Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo looking to hit the byline here. Luis Skelly. That is good alertness. That has ended up in no man's land. It's a pretty loose pass.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's a sharp finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
That's a cute ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's a good ball out wide. Can he get it through? Pass is just off target.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Played into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that signals the end of the first period.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Portugal looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Rafael Leao. And this is Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Rafael Leao! It's off target and by quite a way.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I can really see this guy, Omar Marmoush, being an absolute nightmare for the defence here. He's a great all-round attacker who has good pace in behind, and that makes him very effective against teams that like to play compact low blocks. He's a great passer and dribbler and a very good poacher.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Palinia. Marmoush! And that is wildly off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And it's Ruben Neves. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's having a pop! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Egypt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. No, he's not getting any further than that. And he's managed to get rid. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Short changes him with that pass. And this is Ronaldo. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mendes providing an outlet on that flank. And he's cut it out. That has been slung wide. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And that has left him in a heap. He's looking wide. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Quarter of an hour played. He's gone for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Ruben Neves. Great defending, strong and determined. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And he's quick to return it. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's a little off target. João Palhinha. Ruben Neves. To Cancelo. And it's João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rafael Leao. João Palhinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's come to nothing. Egypt are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Nicely intercepted.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Rafael Leao looking for a runner. Nicely aimed pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
That's good. Could be danger here. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Now it's Rafael Leao. He is through here. And it's Mendes. João Palhinha. Mohamed Salah. And that is out of play. Ruben Neves. Bruno Fernandes.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Picked out brilliantly. And he's there to belt it away. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's lost his man here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, good determined. Takes the shot! No, he's missed it.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Ruben Neves.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He shifted it to the flank. Looking for options for movement. Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. There's a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Where it came from. Antonio Silva gets it away. That's a cute ball.
Egypt have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Not a hint of offside here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he was quick to react. Now it's Trezeguet. Now that's well seen too. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had it taken off him. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 9.
The two coaches
Number
are signalling
25.
changes here, both at the same time.
19. Coming on the field.
This is Ronaldo.
Number 18. Number
No
20.
breakthrough and well into the
Number
second period.
14.
It is still
Substitutions
anyone's game.
taking place. The attendance for
And
this
the
match
shot!
was 80,607.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Joao Felix. Well, that looks a decent ball. That has been cut short. And this is Marmoush. Marmoush! Well taken goal. They've done it. Finally, they've broken through. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Oh, what has happened here?
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said. And it's Ruben Neves. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter.
And Marmoush!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Can he get on the end of this? And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Egypt clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Stood up well to him there. Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. Can he finish? And a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Ronaldo Silva.
Portugal restore parity.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
And he's intervened well there. Portugal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And he cuts out the supply. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quality ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. The final 5 minutes. And here's Ramos. Mendes has the space to scheme. And the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Nuno Mendes clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And here's Ramos. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Bernardo Silva. He has found the way. Big chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And there goes the final whistle. Portugal can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Portugal really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And it's João Palhinha. And this is Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Great vision. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Big moment! Massive goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Spain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch.
And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Has crossed into the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oyarzabal looking to play it into the box.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And that's a good ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Baina. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Dani Olmo has given away a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Portugal are one down despite having the better chances here. Rafael Leao. And he whips in across. And that's the keeper's ball. Pedro Porro. Dani Olmo. That's a good ball out wide. Dani Olmo. And the pass is intercepted. Rafael Leao. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Bruno Fernandes. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Almost half an hour in now. Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Just somewhat off target. Fabian Ruiz.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Yamal. Dani Olmo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now Pedro Porro. And here's Yamal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes. The message is clear, none shall pass. Rodri. And here's Baina. That's going to go a long way. It's a throw-in. Carreras gets into a good position. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Bruno Fernandes.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Fabian Ruiz. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Portugal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back on the way.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Not the most accurate pass. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Threads one in. Look at the space here. Bullish header! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Bernardo Silva can clear it away. Defending was strong and firm. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Yamal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
He's looking wide. Baina providing an outlet on that flank. And that has sent him sprawling. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Yamal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Albert Ferrer. Yamal. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That has not gone well.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Pedro Porro. And it's Porro. In with the challenge. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Carreras deals with that comfortably. Bruno Fernandes with a definite foul there. Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. They're up and running then.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. And they've switched it over to the other side. João Palhinha. Barella did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, that's a key interception. Bellanova. Nice looking ball. Pass somewhat off target. Rafael Leao. Nicely weighted ball. And a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Still goalless. Rafael Leao. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pellegrini. Done delicately. That has not gone well. Tonali. Now it's Keane. And he's had it nicked away. Rafael Leao. Referee's given a throw. And it's Mendes. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. That has ended up in no man's land.
Italy definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Keane, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tonali. He won't be happy with that one. Tries to play it through. Keane picks it up out wide. Oh, well played. Ruben Neves. Barella. Good purposeful running this. Oh, what has happened? Goes for a shot! Ruben Neves. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, delightful ball. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Italy with the corner, they're first. Bernardo Silva. And now they can spring out of defence. Bastoni. And here's Raspadori. Rafael Leao. And it's Ruben Neves. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ruben Neves really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bruno Fernandes. Nice physical challenge. Knocks it into space. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Driving on and making good progress. João Cancelo. That's been cut out, well played. It's a pretty loose pass. Pellegrini. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. Pellegrini is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He's picked his way through. He's in a great position here. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Pellegrini. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side yet off the mark.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. The second half is up and running.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Ruben Neves plays it short. Big chance! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
It's a good foot in there. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. He's being urged to shoot. Chance!
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And the pass is intercepted. Good pressure, determined, intense. That's the keeper's ball. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Donnarumma claims comfortably. Gonzalo Inacio. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bernardo Silva. Portugal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ruben Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Zaccagni. Ruben Neves. Oh, that's well spotted. Bernardo Silva. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. And he plays one through. Oh, that's fabulous. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Portugal faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. The major moment in the game. Just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Italy have fired themselves in front.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Raspadori, chance! Oh, and that should have been two.
Keane really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
And it's Bellanova.
Italy clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that's a throw-in.
Cambio di giocatori.
In towards the back stick. Punched away. Shoots! João Cancelo is there, and he can get that clear. Portugal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Portugal now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
No, that's been intercepted. Bernardo Silva. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Raspadori. Gonzalo Ramos.
Il
Fagioli.
uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
And he's intervened well there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Zaniolo. And that's really well manoeuvred. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Fratesi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides...